Hey, how's it going, everybody? Charlie Wilson here, aka Sinister Charlie. Welcome back. Yeah, you got a little double dose of Fat Electrician today. I was not here yesterday. Yeah, I was in Phoenix, so I had a lot of stuff to do this weekend. Yeah, I had to go to a funeral, so yeah, there you go. So I don't really want to get into it that much. Let's go ahead and link this. This is Fat Electrician Kamikaze Pigeon guided bombs. How they work. This was suggested to me after I did the bat video for Fat Electrician. So yeah, let's get into it, I guess. This is a really short one, but I'm doing two of these today. So yeah, I guess go. Whack.
Today we're talking about that time that America weaponized a bunch of pigeons by teaching them how to drive bombs. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you that America actually made pigeon kamikazes. Sorry. Mikazes, if you will. Not only that, but these pigeon bombs almost made it so nuclear weapons were never developed, and they may or may not be the inspiration for the Angry Birds video game. I don't know. Either way, this is gonna get weird, so buckle up. Once upon a time during World War II, pretty much every country involved was trying to come up with new super weapons that would end the war. For America, that super weapon was always gonna be a bomb. The only question was what flavor. There were a couple.
I hate when the keyboard won't let me pause. That is a sweet sweater, by the way. Wow. I kind of want that.
Different competing ideas at the time. Option one, the super spicy flavor. Create a bomb that was so big and powerful on impact that you simply couldn't miss. Or the this porridge is just right option. Create a guided missile that was more accurate than anything the world had ever seen at this point. And as I'm sure you can guess, option A, the super spicy flavor, eventually won, that being the Manhattan Project and nuclear weapons. However, the world's first GPS bomb gave it a run for its money. GPS obviously standing for Guided Pigeon Systems. Now this was originally known as Project Pigeon, and it was invented and run by Harvard psychology professor B.F. Skinner. Did you guys hear that? That was every psychology major on the planet sighing and muttering under their breath. Of course it was. If you don't know, B.F. Skinner is one of, if not the most famous psychologist of all time. Really? He did all kinds of crazy shit, but he's most well known for his work in conditioning and positive reinforcement. Like this guy's the reason that you give a dog a treat when they do something good. He came up with that. And somewhere along the way in that research, he figured...
That's pretty awesome. What did we do to dogs before that?
Figured out that he could train pigeons to peck at a particular shape. So he did the next logical thing. He took that information to the DoD and said that he can make a missile that was guided by pigeons. Duh. I mean, gee, I wonder which country this guy's from. I'm 99% sure, but let's just go ahead and check. Yeah, America. See, I knew it. Anyways, the DoD didn't really know what to make of it, because on one hand, it's a little ridiculous to have a bomb piloted by a fucking pigeon. But on the other hand, this is the biggest unhealthcare system in the world, and we're not about to miss out on the opportunity to murk a bad guy with a fucking pigeon. So they gave him a modest $24,000 and told him to go continue his research. Now, 24 grand back then is roughly like $500,000 today.
Wow.
Granted, I don't know what the overhead is on pigeons, but that sounds like enough money. So he goes...
Inflation really sucks, huh? Yeah. We don't like it around here.
Back to Harvard, and he develops a nose cone for a bomb. That nose cone has 3 windows on it, and each window is covered with a conductive film. The pigeon is then mounted behind the windows, and it has an electrode mounted to its beak. Then when the pigeon sees the target that it's been trained to peck at, it pecks, which causes the electrode to touch...
I think there's a video game that is about that. That's pretty funny.
The conductive film, which in turn sends an electrical signal to the bomb telling it when to adjust course. And it was like shockingly effective. The only problem was every once in a while the pigeon could get confused by shadows. So how do you compensate for one pigeon potentially being a dumbass? That's easy. You add more pigeons and take an average. They started putting 3 pigeons in every bomb, and then they would take the pecks of all 3 pigeons into consideration. That way if one pigeon was a dumbass, his vote would be overruled by the other 2 pigeons.
Friend or foe? Foe. No, you idiots. It's a pigeon.
I'm trying to tell you that America is about to hold an election inside this bomb with pigeon delegates to decide which bad guy we're gonna murk. Fucking democracy. Democracy is gonna happen. This fixed the problem, and the bombs were almost 100% effective at hitting their desired target. Despite that, the DoD decided they were still gonna go with nuclear weapons because they were worried that nobody would take us serious if we were using pigeons. I could not disagree more. Do you know how fucking scary it would be knowing that you could get murked?
Dude, that's insane. You would just psychologically just mess with the enemy.
by a goddamn pigeon. I mean, nobody wants to be in the afterlife looking at the
Hey,
kill
what's
cam
up,
seeing that
Jontron?
you got murked by a bunch of birds. This might actually be where the phrase shitting on your enemies came from. Not only that, but this is like 1943, 1944. Do you know how much disrespect that is? Like, do you know how many Japanese pilots were in the afterlife looking at this? Like, there's no fucking way. Are you kidding me? We could have been using pigeons this whole time. I mean, you think the pigeons are going to take too long to train. Imagine using people. Anyways, the project eventually got shelved. World War II ended. And then like 15 years later, they actually brought the project back under the name Project Orkin, which stood for Organic Control. And again, it proved to be extremely effective. And just as they were about to start using it, the pigeons unionized. I'm just kidding. Electronic guidance came out, and then they just shelved the project forever. So yeah, there you have it. That one time that America made pigeon kamikazes. And you thought quack bangs were bad. Speaking of quack bangs, the best way to support the channel is to buy some merch at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang out.
He told us about pigeons. We learned a lot. I guess that's true. Maybe I'll get a pigeon to build a... Okay, never mind. I was going to say things that could get me kicked off YouTube. Hey, even though it was totally a joke. Yeah, there you go. We learned about pigeons today and how they're used as weapons of war. Nobody likes pigeons anyway. I guess. There you go. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe down below. Excuse me, verklempt. It helps out the channel. Makes me feel good inside. And if you got any suggestions, put them down in the comments. I really appreciate it. And I guess that's it. Bye.